Been a little while, hasn't it? Sorry about that. Niggas been busy, niggas been tired, niggas been stressed. Very stressed, dear God. But you know, we'll figure it out. What's good, y'all? I'm Arbitrary, creative, no particular significance. Welcome to the stream. It is good to be back. Temporarily. I have to stress, temporarily. I got a lot of shit to do. I've been working on that shit. And, oh dear God. I've been wanting to be back for a while. And this nigga, Max, needs fucking snacks. It's Aqua's with the D. Wonder why that could be. Oh, at least 9 months. Oh God, thank you so much, dude. Thank you for the tier 3. You notice I haven't fixed the fucking tier 3 yet. You still get nothing. You still get nothing but my bitch ass fucking face. But you know what? I appreciate you regardless, man. Thank you so much. What's good, Speedy? Good to see you too. Oh man. What's good? Not much, nigga. Not much, nigga. Not much. Not much at all. Oh God. Dear fucking goodness. My intention for this stream is not to be Doomer. My intention for this stream is not to be Doomer. I have a very specific purpose behind this stream that if not for this purpose, I would not be streaming today. In fact, honest to God, my streams may be pretty fucking limited for the month of November. I'm reaching the point where my goals internally, I have to get Shorts Bomb done. I have to get Shorts Bomb done. Y'all see this number, right? Y'all see this number, right? I want 4 digits on that bitch. I want 4 digits on that bitch. And Shorts Bomb is going to get us there. Shorts Bomb is going to get us there quite easily, but I can finish it in time to the level of quality that I want to. So for me to focus on that, I need more production days, and I need them soon. So, I apologize for being dead. I would have recorded this, honest to God, because the last video that I didn't live stream it, I recorded it, and normally I prefer to stream. I don't like the idea of having, you know, the idea of having a, the live experience, the back and forth. It challenges me to make sure that my words are straight a little bit more, and, you know, I kind of like that back and forth pressure of being live while I talk. So my preference would be to talk, but that was more casual. The Dragon Ball Z thing. This is important. And you know, if there are any thoughts on my thought process, I'd like to have them at least loosely checked by an attentive chat. Granted, you know, it's like 4 niggas in this bitch. It's fine. But like, you know, I'd like there to be at least a little bit of back and forth, right? So I don't know exactly how this is gonna go, but all that to say, this is not a normal stream. I would actually like to come back this Saturday and maybe do a chill stream. Maybe we may play something, I don't know yet, but the normal playthroughs, the Instars in Time, the next playthrough, a whole bunch of stuff. I'm still working on a bunch of things that just simply are not ready yet, so I need some more time to work on that. Speaking of which, hold on. I think there's actually something active that shouldn't be. 1 second. Oh, they are active. Let me, let me turn those off. You're not ready for them yet. Anyway, oh shit. Regardless, it's good to see y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming through. I can't promise I'll be a super entertaining force tonight. I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this, but, we gotta talk about this at least a little bit. For one, you all know what I'm going to talk about, at least loosely, based off the title of this, and it's important. It's important. My objective as a live streamer is not to just be the person that sits down and plays the game, and y'all laugh at the game, and y'all give me money, and then I go to bed. That has never been my objective with this. My objective with the stream, my work in my eventual development endeavors, and all of my creative endeavors are to send messages to get people to think at least somewhat more in alignment with me, because I like my ideas and I like the way I look at things, and I hope that I can get people to see things the way that I see them, just for the sake of understanding. And I think it's important. I think it's important to treat these platforms as influential as they are, regardless of how small they are, because as has been evidenced by recent times, influence in any sort of way is enormously powerful and has profound effects and drastic fucking consequences. So, I would like to take some responsibility and use a little bit of knowledge that I have to hopefully provide a bit of, I won't even say clarity, because I don't know the objective truth. I am not God. But I would like to provide, you know, a bit of insight as to at least my thought process as to this, to see, you know, how we can not make peace with current things, not make peace at all, but understand them, so that way we can move forward in a bit more of an informed way. So, we will see what's up. I'm not going to say Kai Cenat, but I'm going to say Kai Cenat. I am also going to say Kai Cenat. And you know what? Honest to God, I'm going to say it like this. Fuck that nigga. Like, honestly. And it's, you know, it's not even about like a vehement hatred or anything of him. Like, you know, chase your bag, do what you're doing. I don't care. But, well, actually, no. I care increasingly, actually. I care increasingly. There's no argument that I'm going to make that is not going to fly over the head of the 12-year-olds that watch him. But, you know, it's, there's so much he could be doing, man. There's so much he can be doing. He can use his platform the way that he wants, but he doesn't. And you know what? He's young. Maybe he'll figure it out. I don't know. I don't want to shit on him too hard. The fuck you is more of a just like, man, fuck you, nigga. Get out. It's not a more like, fuck you, you piece of shit. It's not like that. It's not like that. And honestly, low key, I have a bit more respect for IShowSpeed than I used to. Little bit. He does more than Kai Cenat. I'll say that much. He does more than Kai Cenat. But yes, he is a bit of an unwitting vehicle for fascism. I'm not going to shit on him. Unlike Aiden Ross, he's only an unwitting vehicle for fascism. Yeah, true. And Speed has had one hell of a turnaround. Not true. I would like to give IShowSpeed credit for that. That's for sure. That's for sure. But yeah, Kai is more unwitting. I don't think he's just as, you know, invested or involved as he could be. He's definitely not an Aiden Ross type, but the adjacency is a bit concerning with the amount of influence that he has just casually in doing the things that he does and not really giving that too much thought. And that's becoming more and more important. But I'm going to get to that. Meanwhile, all them kick dick heads, fuck them, yeah. And I mean that the fuck them wet, yeah. It's, I actually really considered for the multi-stream actually having a third multi-stream go over to Twitch, Kick. I actually considered that just as a means of having, just carving out the space a little bit, just being able to be there and be like, hey, all these dickheads, and then there's me. But you know, I just don't think it's worth it. Honestly, it could be later down the line. I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it because I don't want kick niggas in my community. That's the thing. I don't mind talking to kick niggas. I don't mind sitting there and have people say all sorts of goofy, stupid shit to me. I don't give a fuck. I don't want them niggas in my Discord. There's nobody that's on there that's not already pre-selected to be a fucking dickhead, and I don't want them in my fucking server. I don't want them in my life. Now, I will say though that moving forward, I'm not sure how much value we're going to get in being super duper isolationist isolationist, isolationalist, isotope, ice climbers. I don't know. I don't know how much value we're going to get in, you know, keeping these firm divides between fuck these niggas, fuck those niggas, fuck the third group of niggas. I don't know how valuable that's going to be, but it's rough. It's rough. I mean, really, the only people I know watching anyone on Kick are the few leftover reluctant juicers at this point. Reluctant juicers, like steroid juicers? Is that what you mean? It's actually really funny if so. Oh god. But yeah, we gotta talk some shit. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. The XQC viewers. Oh, them. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Why are they called juicers? What does that mean? God. Okay. That sounds gross. Anyway. All right. Okay. How do I want to preface this? How do I want to preface all this? Honestly, ask the fake French guy. Fair enough. Okay. So, how do I want to start this? Okay. And I can leave music on this time around. Matter of fact, let me cue up some songs. I believe. Actually, before let me check. Because I'm going to edit this. I want to edit this, and I want to make sure that only my voice comes through the recording. 1 second. Was I muted that whole time? I hope not. Or was my music audio muted that whole time? I hope not. Give me 1 second. I need to pause this briefly. At least 9 months. Checked. Okay, that's normal. All right, cool. So I can record this. All right. That's ready. That's ready. Music was off the whole time. The whole time. No, it wasn't off the whole time. I know because I had to start stream, so it's fine. My shit's fine. All right. Let me get music back up. Y'all can hear the music, but YouTube. All right. Let me turn this down a little bit. And let me... Can I just do the whole fucking... And boom. Alright. Alright. So... I need to pull up a picture. I'm going to pull up a picture that has been floating around ever since the US election has concluded. I don't want to talk too much about the implications of this, that, and the third, or Trump or Kamala or whatever. It's not even that I don't care. I do care a lot, but that is being spoken about so much right now, to the point where I feel like we're at risk of falling victim to yet another cycle of pointing fingers in directions that are not going to do anything because these institutions are failing miserably, and the vast majority of the populace does not know why. And I feel like also the doomerism is so extremely stupidly strong. Yeah, no, there's a lot of doomerism. There's a lot of finger pointing. Nobody knows what happened. Everybody's scared. There's just a lot of shit going on right now. And I fear that in this finger pointing, in the process of this, there's going to be a lot of just underlying understanding of dynamic completely lost about this. And I feel like if I can at least start a conversation around this particular aspect, then maybe I can do my part in illustrating not the problems that we will face, and we will face problems as a result of this, but the scale to which this is a problem. Now, the other thing I want to say before I get into this is that at the moment, I have in terms of a regular audience. Hold on, David. Hold on, David. Berger, hold on. I see you. I'm trying to expand my chat so I can see you bigger because your chat is cut off. Thank you so much for coming through. I recognize your profile picture. Thank you for coming through. Holy shit. Can this thing stop being racist for 8 goddamn seconds? Here we go. All right, cool. We hold on to hope and we stay kind. Yes, we do, brother. Thank you very much for stopping by. We will. Thank you, David de Bergerac. So, the other thing, too, here that's important is that, or at least that puts this in perspective for me. It's not universally important. For my audience here, which is small, but it's significant, and y'all are consistent, and I love y'all so much. A good chunk of y'all are European. A good chunk of y'all are from Germany, a good chunk of y'all are from the Netherlands, a good chunk of y'all are from far the fuck away from the United States. And I mention that specifically now because you guys have already seen good chunk of the wave that we're seeing here in terms of the general rise of the right wing on the political spectrum and the general rise of fascism across the board, and how this is not a newly established pattern. People in America that think that this is something new, this is not new. This is not something that is coming out of fucking nowhere. The writing has been on the wall. This is not new. And we had the first hint of it in 2016, but due to the circumstances surrounding COVID-19 and a whole bunch of other things that were just going on the past couple years, in addition to our own sort of within borders infighting and whatnot, we have not been paying attention to the bigger issue. We have not been paying attention to why this has happened. So I'm gonna pull up this map and show y'all niggas what I mean. Well, that's that. Fucked up. Never mind. Stream over. I can't even do that. Okay, whatever. I'll pull it up. I don't know what happened. I'll pull it up. God damn it. I was trying to be funny. Where is it? Where the fuck is my desktop at? I also gotta kill these. This is normal. Why is this not working? This is what happens when I don't stream for like 3 weeks, y'all. Fucking A. Good thing I'm recording. Did I kill it? Where the fuck is my... Okay, you know what? Oh shit, I actually might have killed it. Where the fuck is my display monitor? Whatever. You. There we go. All right. And then this can go basically underneath all these. There we go. All right, this is the map. I'm sure some of y'all have seen this. This is the map. Okay. This has probably been floating around social media a little bit, right? Okay, actually, you know what? Okay, your affection is distracting me. I can't do this. I need the music off. I apologize. My friend has sent me this. Yes, it's very bad. It's very, very bad. It is exactly as bad as it looks. We gotta look at it, okay? So, this map here is an indication. This map here is an indication of how virtually all of the counties across the United States, it just makes things look so much worse than they actually are. It does make things look worse than they actually are. However, it's not about, okay, let me explain. Let me say my piece, right? So, this map is floating around. This map is indicative of the shifts. Keyword, the shifts in the, how did it turn black and white? I am violently angry. Okay. This stream is gonna suck dick. I swear to God. Hold on, can I reverse that? Why is it black and white? What did I do? Yeah, I know. Hold on. Fucking A. Come back, please. God. And it's already open, so I can't. No, go away. Shoo. Here's what we'll do. Hold on. This will work better. Jesus Christ. Can't have shit in this house. Can't have shit in this house. Thank God I'm an editor. Oh my God. Change his color mode to green somehow. I guess it was, you know what it was? It was my it was my macro. It was my macro. My screen switch macro. I really gotta change that. You know what? I need a Steam Deck. That's or a Stream Deck. That's what I need. Okay. Let's try again. Let's try again. Let's try again. Alright, so this map is indicative of the shifts in the country, right? I want to try to zoom in a little bit, but y'all see that shit glitch in the top right corner, right? Am I really about to lose my shit right now? Am I really about to cry real tears right now on stream live? All right, this should be good enough. This should be good enough, right? Okay, you got it, boss. Thank you, David. Thank you very much. Also, before I continue, I just want to say thank you very much for your kind words on that video. I really appreciate you stopping by. Like for real, that means the world. I stream in a minute. Having a new person in here, especially on the YouTube side, means the world. Thank you. Chef's kiss. Mwah. All right. Anyway, so this fucking map. Okay? This map. Nope. Snoozing the ads. This fucking map. Okay? So this map is indicative not, and this is probably a part of really major confusion for a lot of people. A lot of people probably saw this map and thought that it were indicative of the general, you know, leaning populace of the people that are in the corresponding states, right? People probably know that these are shifts, but I don't think people necessarily know entirely what the shifts mean, okay? So the first thing I want to do is demonstrate this. And the reason why I want to demonstrate this is because there's a logic to this that we can not only apply to this map or the individual states or the broader country at large. We can apply this to the state of the world, to the world at large in general as well, have a reason behind that, and try to see if we can, you know, have some sort of explanation as to why we're seeing the shift in general political ideologies across the planet, right? So, for one of these states, let's take New Mexico. There's a little bit of blue, there's a lot of red, and for each county, if you take a look right here, that's a county with the start. I'm gonna look at the root of the arrows, right? So the start of the arrows, not the point. This little arrow here is a county. This little arrow here is a county. That's a county. That's a county. That's a county. All right. So, what is that? So, just to illustrate the value of that area, this map shows excessive urbanization more than it does ideological shifts. Yes, yes, it does. It's not even so much that I'm trying to illustrate an ideological shift. It's more so I just want to show a sort of, I want to explain the proportions of the motion. If we were to imagine that each of these arrows represents the county, right? The counties that they're in, right? I'm going to say, let's say that each county is gray, right? I want to draw a dot over here. So if I say each county is gray, and it's a big gray bubble, just like that. I want you to imagine this bubble is animated. It's not animated, but I just want to imagine this amorphous blob of energy, this bubble right here, and say that represents the people in the county. And let's say that represents 100 people in that county, right? That 100 people voted a certain way a couple years ago. For the moment, let's just say it doesn't matter how they voted, whether they're majority red or majority blue. This is just representative of the people, not where they lean. So, this is a gray dot, this is a gray dot, this is a gray dot. All these arrows are gray dots right now. What has happened and what each of these arrows mean, each of these arrows represents the not so much the ideological shift, but more so just where the votes have turned out. How exactly the people have voted in proportion to the overall averaged out bubble that this original gray bubble is, right? So in this case, if we had a state if we had a state like New Mexico that had these three little blue arrows here, we can say that we'll compress all those three little blue arrows into this. So this represents three tiny little blue arrows, and this red arrow, or all these red arrows, represent all this space, right? So the point I'm trying to illustrate here, and it's really hard for me because I can picture like transforming the ball and making it morph and shift and represent all these ideas in my head, but I'm not a mathematician. I'm not a physicist. I'm not someone that can like just spit out algorithms or make the math make perfect sense. I'm just trying to draw a picture and see if it helps translate this. My point is that this bubble, right, all of the mass, all of the energy in this little gray bubble represents both the length and the total mass of this arrow and the length and total mass of this arrow, right? So, and I don't mean total mass as in like all the people in those counties. I mean just like out of the people that voted, right? So, what's happened here in New Mexico is that out of the people that voted, excuse me, there were a lot of people that went this way, and there were less people that went that way. That is all. If we take that to Florida, if we take a different example, and we go to Florida, is my shit not yeah. If we take that and go down to Florida, same dot, we can see that these niggas are very, 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 very much red. If you are LGBT, don't go to Florida. I'm gonna say that right away. If you are in there and you're in Florida, get out. I'm gonna say it like that. But that's besides the point. I'm not trying to be super funny about it. Point is, I'm trying to illustrate very vaguely, very shittily, that the bubble, why am I lagging? The bubble and the arrow are effectively synonymous. The county and the arrows that are representing what's getting spread out in that county are showing this tug of war effect. It's showing a shift in how much power is going this way, how much power is going that way, right? So the first thing I want to say is that I don't want people who have looked at this map and have been very fearful of this map, I don't want them to look at this and think that there has been some very, very incredibly, deeply overwhelming resurgence or surge of new right-wing voters that believe in policies that we believe, that us on the more left-leaning side believe to be dangerous. And, you know, I don't want them to think that this is indicative of a whole new swath of people that are coming through and voting in this way, because that's not what this represents. What this represents is both the people that have voted this way and the people that have voted blue. It represents both of them, even if that blue arrow is smaller. Now, if I take that logic and apply that to New Mexico, and I apply that to Florida, and I apply that to Pennsylvania, and I apply that to all the swing states, all the non-swing states, all the states everywhere. If I take that logic and apply that to all the states on this map, and I apply a very big bubble, very big, super huge, giga fucking large, right? Big at, I'm not going to draw the bubble, but big ass fucking bubble, right? The overall trend is probably going to look pretty much something like, zooming out on it. I don't know, it's pretty bad. Zooming out on it is probably going to look something like about, yeah, and about, yeah, about that proportionate for that massive bubble to represent the entire mass of the populace. It's about that much. But again, this does not represent new people voting. This represents out of the total that we know from the last election, from the prior one, right? So based on that, what this basically means, and people have been saying this already, I'm sure most of y'all that are in here probably already know this, but this means that the people on the blue side did not fucking vote, right? We did not vote. I voted, but people did not vote. And this is not even a point of shunning or shame. My objective here is not to shit on the people that didn't vote, because honest to God, I can't blame you. I cannot blame you. I cannot fucking blame you. And here's the thing. Here's the thing here, right? I can blame you, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to, because for there to be this much of a shift across the entire US populace, there has to be a crucial, enormous, fundamental problem with the way the way that the election system, with the way that the candidates, with the way that there has to be a fundamental, deeply rooted flaw in the system in its entirety for this many people who have voted before. Again, this is representative of a previous sample. These are people that have voted before. This bubble is people that have voted before that are not showing up and filling in the rest of this arrow. For there to be this many people that have not voted, that have voted before, to not show up, and for this to happen in response, that is not their fault. That is not their fault. These are frustrated people. These are deeply frustrated, directly harmed people who have been directly harmed for a really, 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 really long time. And at a certain point, you know, there's been so much conflict. There's been so much finger pointing over who did or didn't vote, this, that, and the third in the past, for the past 2 election cycles, etc. And, you know, I feel like all of that conversation, especially in the midst of the COVID panic, because I feel like that definitely energized people to make sure we did not die to that fucking disease, at least here. You know, people, I feel like this problem of people being fundamentally upset with the way things are run has been largely ignored by, at the very least, the Democratic Party on the formal end of it. And I'm not talking about the voter, I'm talking about the platform, the actual politicians in there. It's been largely disregarded, and I'm not going to speak to specific campaign issues or whatever. It all went the way it was going to go. That doesn't matter to me. The point is, the broader theme of things is that this shit right here, this frustration, all of this has not been properly addressed, and that is how we got the result that we did. Because the red arrow spoke to these people. The blue arrow, as in the people that were being elected or trying to get elected, did not speak to these people, at least not in a meaningful way. And this pattern of people not getting spoke to, not being brought in to the hypothetical, theoretical kitchen table to discuss the problems and see what's going on, is bringing us, shepherding us across not just here, but the world, into a broader pattern of, I wasn't going to hop straight into populism, but populism, where now there is so much demand on the part of the average citizen of the planet for something, literally anything. We are reaching a point of near total desperation. Like, it feels disillusioned to say that from a United States perspective, but you know, the situation is such that there's so many people that have too much wealth that are doing this, that, and the third with it that they shouldn't be fucking doing, and then there's even more people that, you know, don't know where to turn when they're struggling in whatever way, medical care, health care, affording eggs and bacon, whatever the case is. And I'm not saying that case, excuse me, I'm not saying that those issues justify voting in a way that is against your interest, which is what is happening here. But it does, you know, speak to the consistency of the problem. People are upset. They are not getting their needs met. And when their needs are not getting met, it creates this vacuum of opportunity where somebody, anybody, any fucking idiot can come through, say directly to their face, in their eyes, that I am going to solve this problem. And of course, the person that is desperate is going to listen. So, with that effect in mind, that is really the only degree of thing, of activity, of issue that can really, really influence a map to this extent. To an extent where 15 million people say, no, I cannot do this again. I cannot be forced to pick between one of these two people, or I'm going to go to the one that is speaking directly to me. That is an enormously powerful effect. Give me 1 second. Let me read chat while ads are going. Harlan Littlejohn, thanks for coming through. It's like my homies from Orlando to Tennessee say North Florida has overt racism, South Florida has covert racism. Florida in general is it is America's flaccid dick. We don't need it anymore. Get rid of the entire fucking thing. Also, welcome. I feel that many people are very disillusioned. It's frustrating to know why they didn't vote, but also knowing that they should have. Many people are probably just planning on leaving somehow. It'd be nice if they left. Gooning plus Winter Arc plus Munting plus Iglooing plus Mango, those who know. Could someone ban that nigga? Get out. What the fuck are you talking about? Anyway. So, God. It's very frustrating on the round. Yes. So, many people are probably planning on leaving this somehow. Here's the thing. I feel like the people that are saying that, or people that believe that they should, are frustrated. Yeah, but I don't even think that, like, people that are saying no one has the ability to. Everyone, this has been a sentiment ever since 2016. People have been saying, "Oh no, we can't deal with this orange nigga. We gotta go. We gotta go. Where the fuck you going?" This is happening everywhere. South Florida runs exclusively on socialism bad, just so we're clear. Cuban immigrants terrorized by governments decades ago. Yeah, true. It's not good. And the state party knows exactly how to exploit it. Yeah. Florida is Florida's bad. Florida's real bad. Dude. I don't feel safe 7 foot in that state, honest to God. So, to segue into the next section of this, the reason why I want to speak to all of this is not even so much that I want to speak on America, but I want to speak on how this pattern has taken shape across the entire world, right? And I would like for people to understand why. And I'd like for people to understand the exact methods through which that has been taken advantage of. And I'd like for people to understand how that can be changed. Granted, that change is going to be real fucking slow. And a lot of people, an enormous number of people, are probably going to come to harm before that change comes to pass. and it is deeply unfortunate. But, you know, as someone that has a platform, albeit a tiny one, albeit a fucking small one compared to these fucking niggas, I was speaking to a mentor of mine earlier today about the enormous power that we have with these stupid things right here. With these stupid things right here, with platforms like this, with live streams like this, we have so many people effectively talking with super megaphones that can infiltrate hundreds of thousands of houses at once, and they can just say whatever the fuck, and we are ignoring the power of that. We are ignoring of how the power of that has infiltrated all these homes, has infiltrated the homes of people here, has infiltrated the homes of people across the world, and has just said every little thing that these poor people, these real people, these hurting people have needed to hear. And they have used that to claim power. And the worst part about it, that they've used that to claim power deeply irresponsibly. And because of that, now people are going to come to harm. And with the way this trend is going, it could get worse. It's likely going to get much worse before it get better. It's destined to fizzle out at some point. These people are naturally incompetent, referring to the fascists, referring to people like Donald Trump, or people like Le Pen, or people like wherever country you're in. Bars. But it's insane how much influence they've accrued. And I'm hoping that in talking about this next part, I can illustrate that a bit more clearly. One moment. I sure as hell can't just jump ship and leave and ignore it, not only for my family and pets, but because, yeah, this affects everything. It's everywhere. It's everywhere, dude. Got to get some work done, but I'm listening restless later on. Preach it, homie. Thank you very much, David. I'll see you around. Thank you so much for coming through. So, speaking on the broader implications of this, so we know what happened. I want to talk about the how. I want to talk about the how because the how is loose. Hold on. We've been living in a very similar kind of political landscape for the last 2,000 years. What do you mean 2,000 years? Like, do you mean just liberalism in general? Yes, literally since the fucking age of the Roman Republic. Yeah. So, what the Roman Republic didn't have were these fucking megaphones, right? What the Roman Republic didn't have was the outreach. I think we're living in an era now where I can actually switch back to this. I think we're living in an era now where there is so much outreach that just comes. The average baby can just fart out a fucking smartphone at birth. And like, you know, it's there's just too many avenues: the internet, the radio, TV, social media, smartphones, everything. There's so many avenues through which any type of messaging can be broadcasted through. And it's not to say that's the only thing that's going down, because this shit was done on pen and paper back in the day. It's not to say that's the only method, but it does amplify it. It does amplify the effect. And, you know, I feel like there's a lot of ignorance to that I think that is usually perpetuated by people just kind of treating these as like, it's either distraction devices, TikTok is bad, yeah. And it's like, no. I was talking to somebody earlier about this today, but you have to understand that when I talk here and y'all hear my voice and you respond in the chat, we're talking. Even if I weren't talking to you, if I were to come on this stream and have a really rough moment, like at the very start of the stream, if I were to come into the stream, try to start, and before I even start talking, I'm just crying, right? Y'all would immediately know that, hey, yo, Arb is fucked up. What's going on, right? it would speak to something. It would send a signal to your mind, right? It would say something off. It would say that something's weird. And, you know, we live in a space where there's so much at the micro level, from the individual person that's posting a TikTok to the macro level to people talking on the news. There's so many faces saying words, making gestures, doing things, and overall sending messages, verbal, nonverbal, emotional, whatever the case is. We are exposed to so much. We're exposed to so many things, so many people, so many sentiments, and people respond to those. People see them, people internalize them, whether you think about it or not. And it's like parasocial relationships, media conglomerates. Yes, yes, yes. The fact that we meet like 1,000 people a day through the internet is absurd. It's insane. It is enormously potent and powerful. And I feel like we do not talk enough about this effect. And this is why, you know, the focus of my channel is not video games. I'm working on a video game. I love video games. Video games are one of the only, if not for them, it is possible, the possibility is non-zero that I would not be alive today. Real shit. Like, the value of that as a medium, just for its pure entertainment value, is not lost on me. But when I come here and I speak, I'm not here to just talk about, you know, how cool it is that I got a fucking pentakill. My point is to talk about what is it that makes up the heart and the soul of these games, and what are the messages that are meant to be communicated through the experience being provided by its developers. What is happening there? What message are they trying to send to me? I want to learn that. I want to feel that. I want to translate that, and I want to share that with you people out here. That's what I want to do when I do that kind of thing, right? And that doesn't just go for games. That goes for cartoons, that goes for media, that goes for shows, whatever. That's what I like to do. That is what my platform is for. My objective is not to just play the games. My objective is to pick them the fuck apart and make those messages, at least feel them. Even if I can't understand them fully, I want to feel them, and I want people to feel them with me, right? And my point in bringing that up is that, you know, through all these mediums, through all of the TikToks, through all of the videos, through all of the everything that we consume, out of the vast volume of all the things that we consume every hour, every day, through whatever device that we're using to consume them through, they're all sending messages. They're all sending messages, and whether we want to believe that or not, those messages register with us. We internalize them. We use them. We remember them. They influence us whether we want them to or not. You are not immune to propaganda. And, man. You are not immune to propaganda. And I'm not saying that every fucking TikTok is propaganda, but my point is that we're already in a very primed situation such that people can succumb to the influence of really anything, honest to God, much more easily than you would see in the days of the fucking Roman Republic, right? Or Roman Empire. So, in trying to illustrate that, I feel like if we want to combat this problem, right, we got to start taking advantage of that. We need people to talk. We need people to be honest. We need people to reach. We need people to say what's on their mind. Granted, people are saying what's on their mind a little too candidly when it comes to some of this other shit, but we need people to come to the opposite effect of that. We need people who are doing, not to suck my own dick, but we need people who are doing what I'm doing. We need people who are sitting here and who are observing things, who are making their own observation of the effects that they see, who are seeing frustrations in the ways that they do, and finding different ways to communicate that to other people, because this shit where people are gonna fucking just like, we believe in the spirit of this, that, and the third, and hoopy doopy doo. We're gonna build a better one. I promise you, you will buy a house. It's not going to work anymore. It's not. In our lifetimes, it might not ever work again. It might not ever work again. And people might see this and feel like I'm being hyperbolic. I'm gonna give it to them. Whatever. People might see this and be like, there's not gonna be a democracy. Shut up. And you know what? I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna argue with you. This is not even out of spite. I'm not even mad at people that are gonna preemptively say that. Like, I'm not even trying to shit on you. I could be wrong. I don't know. It could be a total coin flip. I am not a fortune teller. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. All I know is I have learned from history that the patterns that we are seeing here right now are not the best. And if you know that to be true, great, come with me. If you don't, I hope you don't have to learn the lessons the hard way. I hope that you don't. But my point is that, you know, there's too much, at the very least, there's too much of this power of influence, this power of having a platform like this, of any kind, that at the very least, even if you like people like Aiden Ross, even if you like people like Ben Shapiro, even if you like people like freaking on the left side, even if you like people like Kyle Kalinske, if you like people like Vosh, even if you like people like Hassan Anabi, just Hassan, even if you like Hassan, like, no matter who these people are, no matter what they stand for, my point is that they are all engaged in what I'm going to call, for lack of a better term, a influence marketplace. They're stocks? I don't know if that's the right way to call it, but the point is, like, you know, these people occupy huge chunks of space. And whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether you believe it's good, whether you believe it's bad, the influence that these people have is not something to be ignored. And I'm not just trying to focus on just people that have online presences here. This applies to news people. This applies to a TikTok or whatever the fuck. This applies to every level of celebrity, A, B, C, all the way down to like freaking D status. But the point is this: like the old classic, like, legacy methods of getting information out there and having people believe or not believe it. Reality is fiction. Real statistics, real information, policy and tradition and things actually meaning what they're supposed to mean when you read them in a book. All of that shit is dead. It is gone. It is really possibly not coming back. And when you look at this map, this is the proof of that. This is the proof of that. Because if you look at the campaign of Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump, if you look at that campaign by itself, in isolation, I was inclined to call it a bad campaign when I was watching. I didn't want to vote for her. I was not excited about her. I can't think of a soul that was in my interpersonal circles, and that's part of the problem. But in terms of handling the issues and trying to, you know, present herself as a candidate, she did everything by the book right. She did everything right. She did everything to the best of her ability. And honestly, considering she only had 107 days, she did a kick-ass job. I'm not trying to suck her dick. I'm not trying to give her undue praise. But by the book, to your point, Max, by the book, she did everything right and failed miserably. Miserably. To an extent worse than Hillary Clinton. She failed miserably. And if that does not directly correlate with this effect that shows that niggas are over this shit, if we do not learn that lesson now, we're beyond cooked. We burnt, nigga. Real shit. Realest shit imaginable. It's not good. It's not good, but this is the game that we're playing now. We are not, we ain't playing Brawl. This is Melee, nigga. We ain't playing Melee. This is Project Plus, nigga. This is real shit. We wave dashing, nigga, okay? We are officially in universal monkey brain territory, okay? And I don't mean that I don't even mean that in an ironic, funny man way, like hoo hoo ha ha. I mean that legitimately. We are in an era now where going by the book will not appeal to people if you want to maintain a functioning system of government. We are at a point now where appealing to monkey brain fears and monkey brain desires, literal ape, I'm talking about the fact that we are primates, literal appeal to that psychological shit is going to be what decides our future in terms of our future leadership. And whereas before, we've had a certain degree of control over, you know, how the media goes about things, how the news will report on things, how certain things will just go, how we've known them with the news and the papers and the rallies and all that. Whatever the case is, while we've had that advantage historically, we do not have it anymore. We are in a new era. We have new technology. We have new issues we have to worry about, and we have new access to seeing them. And we have new ways of communicating those to other people. And those have not been taken advantage of by the left. They have been taken advantage of by the right, enormously so. And I'm not even saying, and again, you know, I want this message to appeal to people as broadly as possible. I don't want people to look at this and be like, you know, that I'm being some radical motherfucker. And let's be clear, I'm a radical motherfucker, but fuck that, okay? Fuck all that. Fuck all the policies I want. I'm talking about a fundamental principle here, a fundamental effect here that is taking place at a sociological, psychological level. That it is a neutral force. It is a power. It is a force amplifier. It's like a social gun. And that gun can go one way or the other way. So do what y'all gotta fucking do. Because this shit is real serious now. And, you know, one of the things that got me started streaming, legit, like to the point where it's like now, you know, I'm in here thinking about ways of editing videos for the sake of propel. Like this platform at this point now for me is my baby. This is what I have. This is what I have. Aside from, you know, my other blessings in life, you know, this is probably the one thing, and all subsequent entities, my art, my game, my writing, my voice, my stream, my setup, my logo, my everything. Every video I've posted, every stream I've streamed, every part of my platform is mine. And I'm proud of that, and I've built that up to this point where we're still so small, and I have some of the most amazing conversations here. And you know, when it comes to the seriousness of that, how I take it seriously, I feel like there is just, if I play my cards right, there's things I can do with this. I don't want to undermine the power that the point I'm making with this is this. When I first started doing this, it was in response to seeing a whole bunch of YouTube shorts on the fucking manosphere, on Aiden Ross, on Sneeko, on Andrew Tate, on Jordan Peterson, on stupid ass motherfuckers like that. I saw that, and my first response was, hold up, these niggas saying this stupid shit, and they're making money, and I'm smarter than them? Give me a piece of that fucking pie, right? And then the more I've done it over the past year, I realized that no. This is more important than that. This is dramatically more important than that. This is influence. People that are here right now, listening to me right now, freaking David, just a minute ago, telling me to preach, nigga. People are energized to an extent, even if I'm sure not all of you are shaking your fists at me at the screen like, but like, does it not matter? Are y'all not registering with what I'm saying right now? Do you not feel at least something from my words? Whatever that something is, I don't care if it's a little, I don't care if it's a lot, that shit matters. And I've recognized the importance of that in the past year of getting even just a little bit of growth and the amount of support that y'all have shown me in my community. And, you know, I try to work as much as I can to try and expand that and balloon that and provide a good experience for y'all when I do get on this camera. But it's not just about the entertainment. I want y'all to understand the way that I think. One, because I feel like I have good ideas. And two, because I want to be transparent with y'all. I don't want y'all to follow me and throw money at me and recommend me to other people if y'all feel like what I'm saying is bullshit. That's why I ask for checks on occasion, you know? And, you know, I just have a deep recognition for the importance of that. And a lot of times, when I hesitate on talking about things like this, it's because, you know, I want to make sure I'm not leading people the wrong fucking way. I don't know. But after the events of this week, no, I do know. This shit is dangerous. This shit is powerful. This shit is spooky. And whether we want to acknowledge it or not in the moment, this shit is what runs the world now. It's not the law. If a nigga with 34 convictions cannot get arrested, can still run for president, can win the presidency with roaring, outrageous applause, the law is not what runs this fucking land. It's monkey brain. It's monkey brain. And monkey see, monkey fucking do. So, in looking at this map one more time, I would like for people to consider what I've spoken on. Look at this. Look at the math. Well, I didn't show y'all niggas any math. But look at the bubble. Put this in proportion. Consider this carefully. And consider that not only this country, but every other major country in the world is going through a shift at least somewhat similar. Consider that. Consider the effects that I've discussed. And think about not only what you consume, but about what you say. Because it'll bounce off somebody. It matters. And for those of you in the world who likely will not see this video, I'm talking directly now to the Aiden Rosses and the Sneekos and the Jordan Petersons and whatnot. A lot of you know what you're doing with that information, with that knowledge, with that understanding that if I press this button socially, I will get this result from the people that follow me. There's a part of me that wants to just throw a fuck you out, but I'm not going to. It's more so a matter of I really, truly hope that, you know. Oh. I hope that, the responsibility that you have treated with such disrespect is, you know, I hope that your actions are met with the appropriate reaction. Physics is a bitch. That's all I got. I don't know. Anyway, let's read chat. Sorry, Max. Holy shit. Harlan Little John. Something definitely needs to change. I feel like the Dems will take the wrong lesson and try to move to the right like they did the 11th hour of the campaign. If they get another chance, Harlan, they probably will. Thing is, I don't know if they will. I feel like, honestly, and this was one of the major. Okay, now we're talking about election shit. I'm not even going to count this part of the video. The video's over. And I'll put the music back on. I don't know how much longer I'll be doing this, but the thing about, hold on, Musica. Get next song. Actually, the song's too loud. There we go. So yeah, I think that they would if given the next chance to do so, Harlan. But first of all, one, they need another chance, and I don't know if they'll get that. And then two, I don't even know at this point if they're fucking relevant. Honest to God. There's gonna be a bunch of people that believe that they are, and honestly, there's a degree of solidarity that the left will just have to take with that, whether they believe in it or not. Because otherwise we're just not gonna get shit done. We're too split up at this point. But yeah, no. The Democrats will just keep going right because they fundamentally believe in this reach across the aisle. You know, well, we gotta appeal to the people that keep voting against it. Like no, it was never working, and that's why populism works, because they're talking to these broad swaths of people. Like, I'm 26 years old. I'm broke as fuck. I work 2 jobs, technically 3 if you count the stream. Okay? Y'all niggas have paid for my fucking gas to get to work. Without y'all niggas, I'd be running on fumes. For like the past summer. For the past summer, y'all niggas got me to fuck to work. I cannot afford a house. Okay? Why the fuck, in a country where one of your major, critical, least engaged populations is young people who are under 26, who don't have money, who don't have reliable income, why the fuck why is one of your main platform ideas is getting people to buy a fucking house? I'm not saying that that's not important. What I'm saying is it doesn't apply to the same wide variety of people that it needs to. And, you know, I feel like it'll be forever before the Democrats recognize that, and we cannot wait for them. Social media itself is a new vehicle to communicate at scale. That's correct, but I don't think it reduces us to monkey brain automatically. The monkey brain stuff is the side effect of one of the worst blood-sucking industries on the planet. Advertisers, lobbyists. I might disagree with you on that, Max. It doesn't reduce us to monkey brain automatically. You know, I think you're right on that. But I don't think it's just a side effect of advertisers. Because wasn't it you that told me about the third wave experiment in California? About how that was literally just in-group, out-group. That was just an appeal to in-group, out-group. You bad, me good. I feel like I believe to an extent that just works. That works. If there were to be, heaven fucking forbid, if there were to be big bomb, there's this bomb that just blows shit up, right? And all of a sudden, there's only 100 people left in this city, and they're split across the halves, and y'all are all walking in 2 groups with each other, and y'all see a split in the middle, and one group has guns, and the other group has bigger guns. I don't know. I'm not saying they're going to immediately fight, but I feel like those groups would be afraid of each other, right? Like, I feel like in any situation where you have a designed or described separation of groups, that there's going to be at least that minor appeal to monkey brain. And I'm not saying it kicks in automatically, and even if it does kick in automatically, I'm not saying it kicks in full force, but I'm saying from a certain point it becomes really easy to capitalize on. Excuse me, I'm getting congested. Today's apps and algorithms are built to make the problems worse, and it does not have to be this way, and like I said, it's not going to be this way. Here's the problem I see with the US specifically, though it applies to my own country, I'll be with different parties. Regular politicians are, broadly speaking, trying not to openly lie. They're conceited about their secondary interests looming in the background. These neo-populist people, they openly fucking lie and are amplified by addictive media and social media. The old power structures that are mostly collapsing due to social media are struggling to hold on. That's the balance built in the 20th century. It's worth noting that populism itself wasn't always a bad thing. It's used to genuinely just doing politics and to the people. But neo-populists have set up structures that can invade their working interests of the people while actively working against them. As traditional media slowly dies off, so do the support structures of traditional politicians. I think, okay. So, I agree with you there in that, hold on. Yeah, regular politicians are not trying to openly lie. They are conceited about their secondary interests. And this is something that I didn't really fully understand until, like, super recently. Is that, you know, people, it's this argument of, like, the left and the right are the same people, whoop-de-doo. Like, that's a bad argument. But they do have the same, excuse me, corporate influenced interests. And that does take effect in different ways, but the ultimate effect is basically the same. And you know, like, it's, I feel, well, hold on. Well, no, I'm in agreement with that. I'm in agreement with that. What was I about to comment on? All power sources that are mostly collapsing due to social media and struggling to hold on. That's the balance. Okay, if you're saying that it's just the power structures that are collapsing because of, you know, the broader exposure through social media that the shit's not fucking working, then we're in agreement with that. And in terms of populism not always being a bad thing, I agree with that too. My issue is the vehement, like the aggressive, just like, nope, we can't do populism, sorry, that comes from the Democrat. Like, that's insane to me. That's absurd to me. Like why are not doing what fucking works? How can that not be acknowledged? Why are you so fundamentally dense as to not at least recognize the value, the volume of the threat? I think the in-group out-group stuff needs to be repeated by someone with perceived authority, and that authority has been created and amplified by media that is designed in the interest of advertisers. And that design has increased violent engagement. US has two parties, the banks and the oil barons. That's pretty good. Yeah, no, that is the design of it. And, you know, you outline it pretty perfectly in terms of, like, what the actual design structure is. But my thing is that it doesn't serve either. Well, okay. It doesn't serve either party. One of them should care. The other one we shouldn't expect to care. The other one we should, because on the case of the fascist, in theory, the quote unquote fascist in the scenario that wants there to be a that wants to increase violence, that wants the worst case scenario, that just wants blood and soil, deep the dop to do. You know, they benefit from just embracing the chaos, but the other side benefits more from the established status quo to at least a certain degree of tolerance. Like, even if they're willing to tolerate a certain degree of violence, or whatever the case is, being generated by the shit that they put out, they don't benefit enormously from shit hitting the fucking fan, right? Even if they are rich, like, you're enabling the conditions that let people kill you. So it's like, you know, it's it doesn't matter how rich you are if the people are so riled up that they're storming your fucking Capitol stairs. So I don't understand why it is that we can't capitalize on the effects that are creating these potent effects that are directly harming even the people at the top of the structure, whether or not they're populist. The Democrats are fundamentally optimists, and their campaign has reflected that. Their pitiful attempts at rage bait, calling the other side Nazis, fascists, dangerous, it doesn't work. Democrats have carefully constructed the status quo with classical conservatives. Yeah, with classical conservatives. Here's the thing, though. The issue with like calling the other side Nazis, fascists, etc. And this probably be controversial, but okay. Here's what I was thinking. Here's what I was thinking on Wednesday, right? Cause I knew that Kamala lost Tuesday night. I was up all night. When I woke up Wednesday, what I saw was, you know, what I saw was that she withdrew from her speech. They are, but it ain't gonna up if you say it like that. No, hear me out. When I saw that they withdrew from her speech, she withdrew from her speech, I knew she was likely going to give a concession on Wednesday afternoon or sometime Wednesday. And honest to God, and I knew this wasn't going to happen, but honestly, here's the thing. If you're going to say that shit, if you're going to say the other side is X, the other side is Y, especially when a precedent has been established for the other side to be directly trying to cause harm, i.e. Capitol riot, why the fuck are you raising this alarmist rhetoric and not doubling down? For Kamala Harris to give a concession speech, I feel like that there, and I'm not saying she should have been like, stop the count, I'm not saying she should have cheated, I'm not saying she should have pushed it out in the courts, I'm not saying she should have cooed us, I'm not saying any of that shit. What I'm saying is, how could you not at least present a challenge? That demonstrated right there to me that this whole thing is bullshit, because you cannot sit here and tell me that these other niggas are these big ass motherfucking ooga booga threats. You can't tell me that shit constantly and then reach a point where you're literally handing them the keys to the fucking city. You can't tell me that shit both ways. You can't piss on my face and tell me it's rain. You can't. And that's why niggas are pissed off, because you can't keep feeding us this narrative that there's all this danger, and then when people start to question it, and you call them XYZ for even questioning it, that's insane to me. That's insane to me. And if that's by design, then we live in the most, it's beyond just like gaslighting and shit. This is fucking bizarro world. This is crazy. The psychological fucking mastermindedness behind these people to create these conditions such that people are this frustrated with that degree of fucking oopsie, sorry, teehee. Unbelievable to me. Unbelievable to me. Harlan, a lot of Americans don't care about this, but we've already lost influence globally with this result, and investors are pulling out, and our allies are rethinking the role of our alliances with us. Oh, fuck. I didn't even think about that. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Can't say I blame them. Didn't even think about that. Ain't gonna help if you say it like that. That's them playing by the book has already been fucking taught. You can't call them fascists, constantly concede to their policies, try to reach the common right-wing voter, and once you lost him, right, you can't give them the fucking keys to the castle. You can't do that. Like, even if they couldn't have called for a recount, the margins were too big, but like, you know, you couldn't have said nothing bad in the speech. You couldn't have said he's dangerous. You couldn't have just said that. There's a non-zero chance America will experience a soft coup, and that scares me a lot. What do you mean a soft coup? From who? He already won. Or do you mean from the Democrats? Because I've been wondering about that scenario, and I don't like it, but to prevent a Trump presidency, I don't know. The military getting fed up with Trump's shit. Yeah, I don't like that. It's not good if they do, but at the same time, I feel like they might be tempted to, and honestly, it's fucked because they'd be kind of justified a little bit, right? To an extent. If he's actually talking dictator shit day one, then if they're sworn to the Constitution, then yeah, that'd be a proportionate response to them. But the question is the aftermath. What happens when people get, the people that voted for him get mad? Now you got mad civil unrest. This shit's fucked. This shit's fucked. If he actually imprisons his enemies? Yeah. He will receive punishment? Yeah. Yeah. But the thing is, the people will respond. They won't like that. They won't like that now. Now we gave him a win. Now we gave this nigga the popular vote. The popular vote. Hold on. Now they really won't like it. I have no idea. I have no idea. I didn't realize I muted the fucking music the whole time. No. I have no fucking clue, yo. I don't know. It's gonna be a very... The military will say, Mr. President, we're not gonna do that. If you continue to insist, you will lose your post. And he'll be like, fucking try me. And the thing is, he had like his cabinet, like he's only installed niggas that are gonna follow what he says, you know. Apparently, from my very limited outside hearsay about it, a lot of people didn't even know Biden dropped out. A lot of people didn't even know Biden dropped out. You're right. No, that was true. There were spikes in Google searches where niggas were saying, "Hey, yo, Biden dropped out? Did Biden die? Kamala Harris? What?" People were confused as fuck. Yeah, that was real. Trump had essentially been soft-cooed last time already. That's technically true, yeah. When after January 6th, he just kind of disappeared, right? Like he didn't do much afterwards. And I think the military basically told him, "Yo, you got to knock that shit off. Sit in your fucking chair until the day comes to leave." I forget if he left and just didn't come back that day or what. But he the military was effectively in control of the United States. Like not officially, but effectively from January 6th to that inauguration day. That is accurate. Like loosely, but accurate. Like the acts of those military officers that refuse to do the stupid shit Trump ordered to do. Yeah. No, it's that can be seen as mutiny. It can be by him, by Trump, but not by the. It's it's the good kind of mutiny. It'd be seen as mutiny by Trump, but they're the military. They're the ones with the guns. So it's like unless it were like it is a mutinous act. Actually, no. It is technically mutiny, but United States military are not sworn to the president. They're sworn to the United States Constitution, and that sounds like America. Like it sounds like bullshit. It sounds like fucking liberal bullshit, but like that's real. Like that's an actual real and very important distinction. So if the military genuinely feels like this nigga's a danger to the Constitution, they're within their right. They may be mutinous to his actions, to his authority as the president, but in terms of being justified by their own code of conduct, they would be in accordance with it. They'd be allowed to do it. But I don't want to hedge my bets on that. That's the thing. I mean, we already have to at this point if we want to go. But like, I don't want to hedge my bets on that because that will only have bad fucking outcomes. Only. It would get even in the best case scenario with that. We remove him from the post, then what? We remove him and Vance from the post, then what? Then what? The military holds another election? Some other nigga grabs it? I don't even think that's a reasonable scenario. I don't know what to expect. What happens? Does the general take over? Then everyone's questioning if it's a military coup. Like, does it stay? What if something happens in between? What if the people come through and storm the Capitol again, or storm the White House, or storm the White House? What if what the fuck? At that point, we're already in unprecedented times. At that point, it's just bizarro world. What the fuck happens at that point? No idea. No clue. None. I just really, really hope there will never be a 2CW. 2CW? What does that mean? Something you really should not say on Twitch? A violent arm oh, yeah. Oh, ooh, yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. I don't know if we're at that point yet. Nor do I think at the moment that the scenario we just described would reach that point. But no, that would not be good. Yeah. Oh. You mean? Okay. Should I really just like never say that as a concept, or like just like to not Fed post? Because I don't want. I have no intention of Fed posting here, but like if I can't even say those words in that sequence, that's crazy. I'm not sure about it. I won't risk it either way. That's spooky shit. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird shit, man. It's weird shit. On the bright side, I got a new mic stand. That's nice. You know? I don't know, man. This shit's crazy. This shit's so fucking crazy. I don't know. I think generally speaking, what I said to a friend of mine to comfort him during the election is that boomers are generally too weak and also too attentive to ever truly get violent. It is the best daters need to worry about. Yeah, true. Yeah, true. No, I think that is true. I think, here's the thing. I don't think there's even that many people here that even in the worst case, shit hits the fan, guns are already out, people are roaming the streets scenario. I really don't think there's that many people that would want to engage with that. All that. I really don't think there are that many people, but the problem is that it doesn't take a lot of people. That's the issue. And at this point, I'm concerned that the volume of people that would be willing to commit to that. I mean, we already had 2 fucking assassination attempts in the span of the past couple months. Like, I don't know, you know, how polarized this environment can get to inspire more people to do crazy shit. Not Fed posting, but like, I don't know what factors would take place to create an environment where enough people are doing that to where it's going to be a real fucking problem. So I have no clue. I have no clue whatsoever. Boomers will commit Fed posting and move on to the next thing because the algorithm doesn't this shit. Yeah, true. It's honestly really funny. They're like little fucking squirrels. Fucking squirrels. I don't know. Anyway, I think I've said my piece. I mean, if we're talking monkey brain, that is part of it. That's true. That's true. Oh, God. Constant new stimuli. How about that? But yeah. Anyway, I think I've said my piece. What to call it? I have honestly been speaking all day long. All fucking day long. So, I think, what to call it? I don't know. I think my throat might be a little shot. I'm even starting to feel congested, which is weird. So, hold on one moment. Before I go, let me see something. I don't respond to right now. I'll give it a minute or so. Alright, bet. Alright, yeah. We're gonna rate him. What you call it? But yeah. Thank y'all so much for hanging out tonight. I really appreciate that. It's been a little minute. I apologize for my absence. Really appreciate the listen. Very, very much so. Thank y'all so much. My current plan is to get an updated schedule ready. 3:46 perfect time for you to end it. Thank you so much for staying away. Oh god. Good lord. Hope you have a good day and stay safe and shit, man. I will. My shit continues. I ain't stopping shit in this motherfucker. I don't care if I die trying. I'ma pump out the shit I gotta pump out best as I can. So what I'm gonna do is I'm a juke. Y'all know where to find me in the Discord. I'd like to come back Saturday. I don't know if I can. This is a kind of a pop-up thing. I didn't expect to even do it this long, but I want to update y'all with some schedule details in the Discord very soon with regards to what the next plan is for the rest of this month. And then hopefully after I'm done those plans, we can get back to some regular streams again. Y'all should see me at least once or twice here or there, and we'll see what's up. Stay safe. Thank you for this. No problem, Jack. Thank you. Thank you for coming through. I'm glad you heard me out. Thank you very much. All right, I'm gonna start away. I'm gonna send y'all over to M. She's playing Tekken. Tekken's fun. I wish I could play Tekken. Instead, I'm playing Heckin'. Cause I'm in hell, nigga. Oh god. It's gonna be a long while, but stay strong, everybody. I'm gonna try my best. Y'all try your best too. I'm out of this motherfucker. Love y'all. Have a good night.
Create session. There's the raid. Hello, raid. Hello, Arb.
Wow, hello, raiders.
Wow, unexpected raid. Didn't see that one coming.
M's gonna turn into a dustpan and brush.
A dustpan and brush.
Cause I'm gonna, the trash. I'm gonna sweep up the trash. Open the trash can. Tip it in there. And love the ditto face. It's very good, isn't it?
Hey. Hello, friends.
Hello, friends.
Yeah, Arb DM Measly. you cool with a raid in the game? Yeah. Let's do a little chat clear real quick. Safe for work stream here. Ha ha ha. We're chilling. Oh yeah, I played Nina. Right, I remember. It's been like.
Oh, remember when you got really good with Nina?
Yeah, I remember, and then I stopped playing the game for like. You know, because it's been iffy before. Oh no! It is. This place is It's a stream of all time.
Let's get this over with.
Alright, hi Max, bye Max.
Hi Max, bye Max.
Rip.
Get ready for the next battle.
How was Streamerino? Barbarino?
What was Alden's thoughts on the political climate?
I don't think Alden was awake.
Oh, stop. Okay, okay.
Your throat hurts.
Get on.
Damn.
Fight.
I can't believe I whiffed it twice. Okay, get my sea legs. Get my. They gotta go back. $5 on Am? What is this? Oh, that's so.
Wow, hey, you hit it. Good job, you didn't whip it the third time.
Whew. Letting me save face, that's what you call letting